Alright, so we're gonna go to Swarty's campground tonight. We got the telescope. We don't have dogs. I was gonna bring Snack, but he, I don't know, right at the last minute I thought he'd just be better at home. It's pretty warm, it's 86 now. It's gonna get cooler later, but I figure he could just be home with Jack and Wally. They've all had their food and medicine. And I'll be back first thing in the morning. It's after 4 right now, so they'll be fine. So tonight we have a special target. I don't think I'll tell it to you now, but I've never gotten this target before, and it's very difficult to get. It's not very bright at all, so you need to have a good setup. Hence why I want to go to Swarty's, because that's a board of 4, and here we're 5 or 6. I got different apps have been giving me different values. So we're here in Whitesboro. It's 5 or 6, so it should be quite darker there, and well, hopefully that'll make a difference. It'll be the darkest I've ever been where I've had the telescope. So it's about an hour drive, so should probably get going. Talk to you when we get there. Just got here, setting up a little bit. Not sure I'm gonna put in the screen room. Depends on how the bugs are. We'll see. So we're plugged in here. This is the sky that we have. It's really east of north. It's a little bit more east of north than I had remembered. So the target we're trying to get at, hopefully we can see it that this tree doesn't block it. We'll find out. So all set up, at least for astrophotography, and it turns out I did not forget anything. Yay! So here's the back side of it, everything. Again, I don't think I'm gonna put up the screen room. See how the bugs are. If it gets buggy, I can just go in the trailer. But next thing I gotta do is make some dinner. I'm hungry. Yes, I am. Well, time for some din-din. Gonna have a couple burgers. I actually remembered my skillet. Gonna have some chips, some water. What else we got? We got bagels for the morning. Here's my plate, rolls, ketchup. Probably have a UC in a minute. But yeah, having some burgers. Well, there's dinner. Looking forward to it. Smells great. Some burgers and chips in Utica Club. Well, I thought I would go over the telescope and show you the parts of it and all that in case anyone's interested. Here down is called the mount, and it's just as important as the telescope tube. And this one is a very good one. So it wasn't cheap, so it's kind of that buy once, cry once thing. But it's been very, very good for me. I also got this extender. I'm not sure if I really needed it, but it helps it, you know, because the telescope could hit a leg down here. So the extender prevents that. And then the scope itself, this is a William Optics Red Cat 71. The 71 is 71 millimeters is the width. That's its light gathering potential. And it's just branded Red Cat. It was designed in California, made in Taiwan. So that's good. And then the scope here that you see on the top is what's called a guide scope. So the software that runs looks through the guide scope every second, takes a picture, and it says, are we on course? Are we on course? And if it's not on course, then the software talks to the mount and say, hey, adjust your course a little bit. You're out of sync. So, so that's what that's used for. And then as we go back, let me turn around, get around here. This big round thing is what's known as a filter reel. Because at different times you want to use a different filter depending on what you're trying to take a picture of. So this has 5 different filters in it. Tonight we'll only be using one. It's called an IR UV cut filter, and that just helps a little bit with light pollution, but it lets most of the light through. And back here, this round thing here is the camera itself, actually. So this is a dedicated astronomy camera. You know, a lot of people use DSLRs, but I've never got into photography really. So when I started, I figured I would just go get an astronomy camera. So that's that. And then over here, this blue box supplies power to these things, and cables, USB cables plug in, so the data will go through this tube and down to a computer that's in this box. I put everything in this box, so, you know, usually like when I'm home, if I don't get up at 6 and bring it all in, it could be dewy, so you don't want dew to hit a computer. The computer's in here. I'll show you real quick. That's it. It's just a little tiny Windows computer. It's working really well. I'm using some Windows software called Nina. It's free software, and it's very popular, and it's good. So that's about it. We've gotten power right here from the campsite, power over there, and it's also plugged into the trailer. So then the trailer, I won't be using battery tonight, so I can use air conditioning because it's pretty sticky today. So that'll be comfortable tonight sleeping. So that's it really. The blue wire is Ethernet cable. So that goes into the trailer, and I have my laptop. So then the laptop can talk to this computer and we can see what's going on. So that's it. It's really kind of simple. I guess now that I've spent all these months learning, it seems simple, but I guess there was a lot to learn, but it was fun too. Hi guys. This is the screen I use to do astrophotography, and all those stars, this picture, if you look closer, that's tonight's target, but it's a really hard target to get because it's very dark. So, but I can tell the difference between here at Swarty's and at home. You can see much more of it. Now, it doesn't mean anything to you guys because it's so dark. And I happen to know what it's supposed to look like. So it's really good. I'm concerned at about, I don't know, 12:30 or 1 o'clock, I'm going to be hitting a tree. So, well, I don't think I'll be up that late. Because right now I'm in the trailer with the laptop. I'm just, I don't have to be outside at all at this point. I do at the beginning to start it, but after that, I can just go to bed. That's what I usually do at home. So, but this is the target. I think I might go watch a movie. I brought Jaws, so I might watch Jaws for some fun. Alright, catch you guys later. Hey, so this morning I was a little bit pressed for time, so I couldn't do any breakfast video. So I'm home now. I just wanted to finish up this video a little bit. First of all, the dogs did really good. So that worked out. I'll be able to do these overnighters, I think. Still maybe bring Snick when it's not so hot. The other thing is I wanted to tell you what we captured last night, and you might have gotten a hint. It was something called the dark shark, and it's very difficult to capture because it's dark, and but it came out really pretty good. I'm happy with it. And you can always get, at some point you gotta say, okay, I've got enough data, and I think that's at its point. I looked on the internet and other people have maybe a little bit more definition of it, but I really liked it, and I was correct. The tree did get in the way at around 2 a.m. I woke up and let me check it, and yeah, the leaves had gotten in the way. So just as a lark, I decided, well, let's point at something else, and I pointed at the Andromeda galaxy. And the reason why I wanted to do that is my original telescope, its field of view was too small to capture the whole galaxy, so I don't have a good picture of it. So I figured I had about 2 hours left of time, and sure enough, it was in view. I got a little bit over an hour of usable images. It must have clouds must have come in at some point around 4 a.m. So we got those 2 images, and now if I can figure out when I make this video how to show those 2 images, you'll see them here shortly. So thanks a lot.